Hawk
Mhm.
sports fans, welcome to an exclusive Hawk Talk. We have not had a big interview on here like this before. I'm going to my first pay per view event. You see the shirt right here. That was a fight night. Our boy that's joining us here today, Diego Ferreira, he got the W last year at UFC St. Louis, but we got a bigger contest ahead of us. Next week, Diego is going to be stepping inside the octagon to take on King Green in the featured prelim at UFC 319, arguably the best card of the year so far. Might end up being the card of the year. Um, Diego, it's an absolute honor to have you on here, man. Thank you so much for not even just coming on today, but so close to the fight. We're just over a week until you're going to be making the walk to the octagon. So I really appreciate your time tonight, man.
Now, thank Max, and I appreciate it. To welcome you so good onto your podcast, and I'm here to answer some questions. Have a good time, and I'm really excited for this coming up fight. So I'm really excited too because he's that guy I've been really wanting to fight for a long time. So I'm really excited to talk about that.
Absolutely. And like Diego was just saying, I mean, this has fight of the night written all over it. These two dudes are game. I'm obviously on Diego's side, though. Been a fan of his for a while now. I was lucky enough to watch him fight last year. So I'm obviously rooting for my boy Diego. We're rooting with him all week next week. But Diego, just to kind of talk about the fight a little bit, every fighter that comes on here, we do like to have some fun, but I do have to cover some UFC questions first. So, how are you and your family doing, though? I always start off with that, just with it being so close to fight week. How are you doing personally, and how's your family doing as well?
My family doing very very good. Like my last interview, like a lot of people are asking me too, if I moved to Dallas, was the purpose was into that. We moved because one, my career. I think one of my big thing was having to be a coach the majority of the time because I have a business. I have my own gym in South Texas,
Mhm.
so I love to coach. I love to what I do. I love. I think it's taking too much time for me, especially on a point in my career. I could focus more on my fight part of the game, and I think my last fight I kind of I was too focused into that. I was focusing more in coaching than learning. So that's what the reason I moved to down to move up to Dallas, you know. And one of the thing it's like was 9 hours driving. Was taking a lot of time off of my family. It's something I really don't like it to do no more. One of the points in the beginning of my career, I have to do a lot of sacrifice, be away from my family, stay, like that time I was grinding, I didn't have a lot of money. I didn't have time. Like I was putting just time to learn to how to fight, to supply to them, on my career. And now, thank God, I kind of have a professional uh, work, from the FC. I was more able to supply that to my family, but I didn't want to stay away for too long. So my decision was to move up here because just in time in the car, I was driving 9 hours every another week. Just one way come, another way back. So right there, it was like almost, to 20 hours driving, so it was taking a lot of time, and I spent time in doing my camp. I kind of decided, no, let me see how far I can take it. This and then move up here was a good decision I did in my life, and it hurt me because I left a lot of friends out there, left my business, but I thank God things working well. Like I have a great team supporting me, and then um, and that's my focus right now, especially come up to this fight. I need to have the best train I can have for this camp, and then moving up here was that was more for my family now, and not be way to take that focus off that and not be like so much weight from then. So I kind of I'm happy if they're happy now. So it's a good thing. Make me feel much more comfortable with that.
Awesome. I love to hear that for you, man. That's definitely a tough decision. it's never easy to leave somewhere for sure. I've actually lived in the same spot pretty much my entire life, so I can't
Mhm.
say how I know how that feels. But driving 20 hours, being away from the people that you care about the most, I mean that
Mhm.
can't be easy, especially having the job you have being a UFC fighter. I mean, that seems so hectic to have to deal with. So I'm
Mhm.
glad now that not only have been able to figure out everything that's best for you, but it seems like you have bigger peace now with that.
Yeah, I do kind of like I know one. My family is with me the majority of the time, and every fight, they with me. Like I don't leave them for nothing. So where I go, I carry them with me, and then let's go. We gonna go fight. I don't say I'm gonna fight. We gonna fight.
Yes,
Because I take them with me to everywhere. I have 5 kids, so they all been in my corners every single time. Like my middle one was in the corner from my last fight. I want to give him that win. I couldn't, but you know it's something I want to teach them to how to deal it too. Like sometimes like it's a fight, so he competes too in wrestling. So you just have to be able to uh organize yourself and say, hey, I need to get better. Let me if I fail today, tomorrow I'm gonna get up and then do much better next day. So learning with the your losses is something I want to teach them too. I don't want to be just like I need to win. I need to win every single time. No, like we have to deal with losses to make a person strong, not just like physically but mentally too. So things like it happened for a reason. So I'm really happy with that teaching my kids being a great person and having sportsmanship into that. So it's something like I'm really proud about it to teach them.
that's awesome, and I'm glad you said that because I haven't said this on the podcast yet before, but I think it is important for these fighters' kids, if they're at the right age, to be able to see their father or their mother compete in the UFC because there's a lot you can learn as a kid, especially with what you were just saying. I mean, you're
Hmm.
teaching them lessons through your fights.
For fights, yeah.
If you
Hmm.
win, great. This is how you deal with it. If you lose, this is how I get back up the next day and keep moving forward. So that's awesome. I'm
Hmm.
absolutely thrilled that you do that because that's how I would treat it if I was a UFC fighter as well.
Hmm.
Obviously, I'm not in the UFC. Never
Hmm.
even gotten in a fight
You
before.
never know, you never know, brother. You never know tomorrow.
But but that's how I would do it too. So credit to
Hmm.
you for doing that. I'm sure that's
Thank you.
make them very strong one day.
Thanks, Max.
Results. So
Hmm.
that's awesome to hear that. But
Oh yeah.
just to kind of talk a little bit about the fight now,
Hmm.
when were you sent the contract for this, and why did this fight make sense? I know that you said that you think that you and King Green were going to cross paths for a while now. You guys have both been in the UFC for a long time. So when were you sent the contract, and why did this fight make sense for you at this moment? You're still 40 years old, absolutely killing it inside the UFC. Many guys can't do that. So why did it make sense right now?
It makes sense because I think that the both of us is a veterans into that. Like I feel like uh, it makes sense to UFC. For me, I really don't care. I really my opinion. It's more like I fight anyone else to be in the division and be ready to fight. So I really don't mind that. But like how everything plays out, like he beat my last opponent, I forgot his name, Donson,
Yeah,
Great Donson. And I lost to the Great Donson. So, like to play out to get into the rank, I think this is have to happen, and so I think makes sense into that part. So I'm really into get back into the ranking too. I don't know what's gonna happen after this fight, but I'm really interested into that. And Bob Green, I don't think he's not so far from the ranking no more, but he getting to the point he was really close to the ranking.
for
Yeah, I
sure.
think yeah, and so to play out like that, this fight makes sense to who's there under the under the 15 number 15s. So number 20 is probably that's what we are on the ranking. But I think it's more to the part of the ranking, and I'm really excited for that, and it makes sense for us because we were the type fighters like likes for the stand up,
Yep.
the put of the fight, so put of the show. I think that's what the fans want to see too. And this is a big event, it's a big card. So the FC want to see that. I want to see people like really go for the war, and that's what I'm passionate about. I'm not gonna go over there trying to hold the person down, trying to kill time. No, no, I want to go there like a samurai style, you know, kill or die. I don't really care. I'm a competitor, for the longest time in my life, and I like to keep it like that. And I think it's something like the UFC like about me because I'm not there to like look for the fight to win by points. I really want to get the finish. So I think both of us, it's more about that, and I think UFC really love that part too. And it was really not really a short notice. So I got like this fight 8 weeks in a wait 8 weeks camp, so was perfect for me. I kind of get a really good camp. I have a time to prepare myself. After my last fight, I took my time off. I took recover for injuries, recovery now. Especially, I got a lot of punching on the face, so I took my time off. I was not really to sparring. I was more grappling. I was doing a lot of competition time, so I did a lot there, and it gave me this passion, get back more stronger. So I prepare more my body. I prepare more for this fight. So they gave me 8 weeks. The UFC gave me 8 weeks to prepare for this. So I'm really excited too about that.
That's awesome, man. I'm glad you're given the full 8 weeks. That makes me
Mhm.
more excited now that you hear that. And I absolutely agree with you. I think the winner of this fight is right there knocking on the door at 15. I think Joel Alvarez might be number 15
Mhm.
right now.
Yeah.
Definitely, definitely going to be knocking on the door of that.
Yeah, it is good because the division is gigantic. Like our 155 lightweight is so many people. So like it is good to be there in between the 15s. Like so I'm really looking to get into that again. I know my age is on the way. I started the sport real late too.
Yeah,
I wasn't on the sport. I was already 30. So I have only 10, 12, 12, 15 years and then doing the sport. It's not about I'm not complaining. I love what I did for a long time, but if I could do it younger, yeah, I could have that younger. But now, and having that learning process into to training right now, learning more apart the ability, it's something like I love about it, because I'm still learning how to fight. I took those 15. Imagine if I would start like how my friends or a lot of my friends in Brazil start doing MMA for like for longest time, and she's like he did an awesome career, but it's something I feel it give you time to refresh your mind, give you time to really thinking about how to learn, on that uh, period of time. So it is good to have a career like that now. So it's awesome.
awesome, man. I love to hear that, and I
Mhm.
can't wait to see you fight, man. I'm so pumped. Uh,
Thank you.
a huge, big reason why I was like, you know what, like if Diego is the featured prelim, that just shows how good this card actually is. So
Yeah.
just to talk about Chicago, I know the answer to this. I think the fans want to hear you talk about it though. So, have you ever been to Chicago before? Like I said, I know the answer to this already. So, have you been to Chicago before? If so, what did you like about it? If you have not been there before, what excites you the most besides the fight itself?
I never been to Chicago. This is gonna be my first time. Being into that. So I'm a big fan of visiting a place. So like when I go like place to like Louisiana. The last time I was in Louisiana, I was trying to go to the bridge. I was trying to go to the museum. I was trying to go to the Ark. Like I was trying to visit everything. When I gonna go to Chicago, I want to see stuff too. I know the hotels in the downtown, the hotel we're gonna stay. I don't know the name right now. I really forgot the name of the hotel. But I'm trying to go to the museum. I'm trying to like learn the historical about the Chicago. Learn more about the history. I'm really big fan about history. So I like to see there like a monumentals. All that I like to visit it. So I'm really excited to go in Chicago and have a great experience out there.
Absolutely. And I've been to Chicago. You knew this already. I've been to
Mhm.
Chicago. I live 5 hours away. Everybody watching this video, you guys know I've been to Chicago before multiple times. So I'm gonna
Mhm.
tell Diego on camera, you got to go visit the Bean. You got to go visit the Bean. It's in the park. It's the big thing. They actually have a T-shirt of it already on the UFC website.
Oh,
I'll
awesome.
clip that and send it to you. That'd be a good spot to go.
Click, yeah. I
Go
for sure we're gonna check it out. For sure we'll.
go there with the family if they're coming, and then
Mhm.
obviously you're fighting where the Bulls play, the NBA basketball team.
Oh, the NBA, oh, I for sure are gonna check
Michael
it out there
Jordan,
too.
Michael Jordan played in the arena that you're going to be
Ooh.
fighting at, so his statue is going to be there. You need to
Uh-huh.
get that, and then honestly, man, after the fight, after you weigh in, dude, you need to try. Maybe not before the fight, but after the fight, try some pizza. Try.
Oh man, I'm telling you, I'm a big. I've been holding for pizza maybe like the last 4 or 5 weeks of this camp.
Oh
You
no.
know, I've been like craving pizza the last this 4 or 5 weeks. So I'm really wanna try a good pizza. If in Chicago have it there, for sure we're gonna go get some. You know.
Their pizza is so good in Chicago. It's so good.
Yeah.
You'll hear more about that. And then obviously they have the Cubs, the MLB team. I think Drinkus actually threw out the first pitch there the other night. They got the Cubs and the White Sox. The Cubs, where they play, is the oldest ballpark in the world, I believe.
My son's a big fan of baseball, so for sure he gonna wanna go there. My younger one, he really loved baseball, so I probably we gonna go check out that too.
They play a game the next day after your fight. The Cubs are in town. They're actually playing my favorite team.
What?
I'm a Pirates fan, so the Cubs.
Up there.
So that is something that you could also do with the family the next day on Sunday if you guys
For
aren't.
sure, yeah. We're gonna stay there till Monday. So for sure we're
Oh,
gonna have to
perfect,
find Sunday
perfect,
to do Sunday. Yeah, for sure we're gonna try to get some.
awesome.
If you can go to that game, I'll be awesome.
Oh, dude, I will
Yeah.
absolutely stay there on Sunday. Let's
Uh,
see. Let's see what time that game is, real quick. Just hold the anticipation here.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. I
Uh,
hope I don't get too much beat up so I can go see it and stay standing.
sure, man, for
But
sure.
the way the like I want this fight go, I don't know. I'm not gonna,
No,
as long
I'm
as I have
glad
a
to hear.
black a glass, black glass, I'll be fine watching the game.
Yeah, for sure. They play at one o'clock on Sunday.
Oh, yeah, it would be awesome. Yeah, it would be great at the time. Yeah, it would be awesome to have that time. Yeah.
Awesome. Awesome. Well,
Mhm.
those are my things about Chicago. Great place. It gets a bad rap sometimes from people, but if you've ever been there, you're in the nice part of Chicago. Very beautiful
Mhm.
place. Awesome place to go to.
Yeah,
Have
but it
nothing but love.
bad people's everywhere, like you're not gonna lie. It's you just have to avoid those places, like or you're gonna have those type of problem. But those type of another ones, museums and things like that, games. I don't think he's gonna have too much trouble. But I'm for sure I want to go check it out the game.
Awesome. Awesome, man.
Yeah,
We'll get some details going on that.
for sure, yeah.
That could be another video right there. That'd be cool.
Oh man, Max, if you go, I gotta tell you, Max, I gotta come. Hey, Max, let's come get me. Let's go get some pizza and then watch this game for sure.
I'm gonna have my car. I'm not flying. Like I said, I'm driving up there,
Oh,
so I will have a car. So
oh, awesome. Yeah, for sure. No, we're gonna maintain the contact, brother, for sure.
let's go. Well, I'm glad to hear that.
Okay.
That makes me even more
Good.
excited now.
Oh yeah.
What a weekend this could be, folks.
That'll be awesome, brother. Yeah, like I don't doesn't matter what, I wanna go out there, have a great time, enjoy the time with my family and then whatever I can do, out there to have some fun. I for sure we wanted to do.
Cool, cool. Well, there you go,
Mhm.
right there. Diego's obviously excited to get to Chicago already. So
Thanks.
here's
Yeah, yeah.
Diego, I kind of want to talk about your country now, where you grew up. What was your childhood like in Brazil, and how did it shape who you are today?
My my hometown where I grew up was I grew up on a ranch. So I came from a small town called Terra Nova. Was like a really 3 hours from the city of Manaus,
Okay.
and my dad used to have a boat to cross the people from the country, taking fruits, fish, and all that kind of stuff, take to the city to sell. So we work on the marketing, kind of like that, like more try taking the people Trump to travel all there. um, I was helping my dad around that time, um, learning how to fish, learn how to, take care of animals. Really, like more like a farmer guy,
For
with my
sure.
dad. And the majority of the time, I was Friday all day to Sunday. I was out there with him, like Monday to Friday afternoons. I would stay on the city because I have to go to school. I have to working with my grandma. So growing up in the city too was good. That's where I have the project learn about jiu-jitsu, because on a city they used to have a project called kids off of the street, you know. So they used to teach jiu-jitsu under those projects to take the kids off of the street. So one day my cousin, hey, do you want to learn jiu-jitsu? And I said, jiu-jitsu? What's jiu-jitsu? For me, it was the only sport in my life. One sport in my life was soccer. Like we playing soccer everywhere.
Oh,
That's how Brazilians are. So my dad was a big fan of soccer. So he was not really like too much about mixed martial arts. So he and getting to that, like getting to how we get introduced by jiu-jitsu, my first class in jiu-jitsu was 98, you know, in 98, 97, and I have this project to learn how to do jiu-jitsu. And then growing up, I was be a little bit more, not so much in the street, because for my dad now my grandma, I was living with my grandma the majority of the time. Yeah, on Monday to Friday. So my grandma was super strict with us. She didn't let us go so much outside. We just played soccer in the front of the street. We played the pipa, like the what do you call it? I forgot the on the air. Um, Damn, I forgot it right now. Sorry. It's the only things we can do is play soccer, be in the front of the house, playing a little bit in the street. You didn't could go too far because of my grandma's too strict about that. So we had to be at the time. We leave like we go to the to school in the morning. By 12 we're back. We have a little 3 hours break to go to play the street, play in the street a little bit or play soccer, whatever we want to do, but we have to be back by 7. So I have all this great experience and be able to be in, on the city, but at the same time working with my dad on the country now. So it was a great time. I learned a lot. I learned how to feed animals. I learned how to take care cows. I learned how to do all the kind of stuff we do in the ranch. I learned because my dad was really strict about that. And he was getting mad at me because when I started doing jiu-jitsu, he was like, what type of sport is that? You like just hugging each other. And I was never a good player in soccer. So I said, yeah, like,
I find that hard to believe, man. Brazilians are so talented at soccer, man. I mean, if you're playing a team of Brazilians, you're in for a long day. You're not going to have too much of the ball. So,
no, yeah, that's right. And my dad was a big fan. My dad used to have a team. Like he used to sponsor a team, because he have like his business. He sponsored a team to play for him. So when I started growing up, I used to play for him too. But I was never that good because the guys were too big for me, and I was barely 14, 15, I was still trying to be having the speed off of the wheel grow, man. I was getting beat up sometimes, but was a great experience to have those sport, have the time to be in a country, be in a city for school, you know. And well, it was a great time, and then I learned how to be respectful. I learned how to be really helpful person to my parents. You know, it was really good time, and then now that's why I feel like I'm the type of father for my kids because my dad and then my mom was there for me on those times, and so I'm trying to do the same thing for my kids and teach me how to be a really respectful man, a respectful person into the family orientation, you know. So that's what I do in the majority of my time in my gym too. Trying to orientate, trying to get the orientation to people, especially in my gym. And I'm all about family, about God, you know. My parents teach me that a lot. So it was a great experience, you know. Brazil was a really a great place to grow and be tough too, you know. I'm not gonna lie, it was a place to be tough. So playing soccer, I learned a lot to be how to be tough on that part.
Yeah, I mean, if you're watching this video and you've ever hated on soccer, like fuck you. Like soccer will
That's
make you tough.
yeah,
Soccer's a
yeah.
tough sport, especially if you're playing on a court, and not
Ooh,
playing on turf or grass. You're playing on
nah,
a court, man. Oh my God, a dude knocks you off the ball, your whole body's fucked up. So
yeah,
thank
no,
you,
no.
Diego. Thank you for telling the people there that soccer's a tough sport. I'm tired of that shit. Americans are so stupid when it comes to that.
No, bro. Like, they
Yeah.
don't have a deal. Like Brazil, we don't have a like a tour for anything like that. Was a or on the street or was on the dirt. So it's no easy to play in that, dude.
It,
Yeah.
it hurts, man. But that
Oh
was such a
yeah.
beautiful story. Thank you so much for sharing that with us. It
Mhm.
sounds like you had a very balanced life of being a good family man, working for your dad, going out, then coming back into the city with food to be able to sell. You said he was on a farm too. My uncle owns
Yeah.
a farm. So there's another relationship we kind of got there.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So but then you were able to grow up playing soccer in the street or football with your friends in the street.
Uh-huh.
That's where you got your athleticism, learned how to be
Hmm.
a team player, stuff like that. And
Yeah.
you had your grandma who kept you in line so you weren't in trouble
Exactly.
like that.
Hmm.
So it sounds like everything just kind of came together for you, man. It sounds like you had a great support system, family. They led you to God. They led you to be a respectful young man, and they taught you how to live life. And that's
Yeah.
how you're at where you are today. So that was a beautiful story. Thank you
Thank you.
for
Thank
sharing
you.
that with us, man. That was cool. That was cool. I feel like
Thank
I've
you.
known you for years now, man. After
I know, dude.
that was
It's
cool.
like I have like a really great life, you know. I'm not gonna lie. So I was so awesome, you know, to growing up and have those two parts of my life, you know, work in a country and then being in on the city. So it was awesome to be growing up like that.
That is so cool, man. Well, thank you so much again
Mhm.
once again for sharing that. But
Yeah.
now to kind of get into football a little bit, I have to ask you, who is your favorite Brazilian footballer of all time, and do you have a favorite club that you support?
Uh, yeah, cannot go phenomenal. Yeah, I cannot go Ronaldinho. Say, can I? It's no players that with you know. So my big fans was Ronaldinho on that time. You know, phenomenal. Uh, and that's the team he played in. A Flamengo was my right now. I'm still going Flamengo. You know, like
Yes,
oh,
yes.
and all my gym like it's about the like it's red and black. So I love the color red and black. You know, it's one of my favorite colors. So if you know soccer, Flamengo from if you know Brazil, and you know the teams of Brazil football is Flamengo is one of the best ones. Yeah, Vasco is there too, but my dad, we're big fans of Flamengo. You know, we are like real big fans for real.
And I believe, did they just have like a semifinal finish in the Club World Cup?
Yeah, he have exactly. They
They did
have
good. They did
yeah
good.
over here in Dallas. They play over here in Dallas. I think like maybe like 2 or 3 months ago.
Yeah.
I didn't couldn't make. I was working when I my cousin told me, and I said, "What? How do you know that? Like how this passed so by me? Like right here, couldn't see." And man, if I knew you didn't know, like I was gonna message you, but damn. But yeah, they I think they lost too, and I think about they go 2 or 3, something like that. But well, I was really interested to go watch this game, but it's my favorite team. I just want to go and give a support. I always like I still watch some games, and I try to follow as much as I can. One, my career sometime, like especially I have to be watching more. I watch more UFC than anything else.
Yeah. Well, that's awesome to hear that because they played so good this summer in the Club World Cup. I'm sorry if you're
Mhm.
watching this and you are a soccer fan like me and Diego are. I
Yeah.
think they made it to the semifinal, though.
Oh,
I
I think he made it awesome.
think they made it to the semifinal. So they had such a great showing. Shout out to them.
Mhm.
I'm glad you support
Oh yeah,
them.
Flamengo always live. Flamenguista. They call Flamenguista.
Oh, hell yeah. Well,
Yeah.
just to touch it on it for a little bit for me, I'm 24. I kind of grew up in the Neymar era. I'm a big Neymar guy.
Oh, Neymar.
My man
Yeah, yeah.
gets a lot of shit for flopping, but dude, he's so skilled. I
No,
love that
he's
guy.
yeah.
Dude, him in the Brazil World Cup, whenever they had it there, oh my gosh, man, he was phenomenal. He
No,
was
yeah, Neymar is a super skill guy.
so
Super
good.
fast. Like I like his skills too. But for me, like my area was more like Ronaldinho Gaúcho, Ronaldinho phenomenon. So with those guys, for me, it was my Bebeto, all those guys, or that's those guys we used to look up to. But
Awesome.
yeah, Neymar right now is the guy.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
Oh yeah,
Awesome. Well, thank you for sharing that with us. I'm glad I
welcome.
was able to know the club too. I
Yeah,
feel like Brazil doesn't get the national spotlight it should for some of its club teams, but I am familiar with them, and I'm glad you said that. That's awesome. So
yeah,
I'm going to support them
awesome.
now too. They'll be my Brazilian football club.
Thank you, Max. Yeah.
But Diego, besides Chicago, is there a place that you've never traveled to before that maybe you'd want to go with your family or you just visit yourself that you haven't been before?
Oh yeah, one of the places that really like I really want to visit it soon. I personally like I want a place. If it's not just a vacation, I want to fight out there. It's Japan. The
Okay.
like Monte Fuji, all that. I'm really big fan about everything of Japan. Like my mentality about samurai stuff. I'm really about samurai. And then one, I have a big samurai in my back, so like a tattoo. So I
Dude,
really have that mentality. So I think the place I really want to visit one day, if I have the opportunity of Japan, if it's not gonna be just vacation, it's gonna be for fighting. Yeah, I think it's this those that place. I want to know everything about it. Like if I could go and spend like weeks out there and just go there and learn about the culture, about learning everything. And they have a great food out there, sushi. I really love about sushi. And we, having me and my wife love it. So that's the place we future we're planning to go.
awesome. I love to hear that. And I think now that I think about it with you saying that, I think the UFC is looking to maybe go there next year.
Oh,
So
I hope so.
actually,
I'll be down like, hey guys, put me for that one. If it's gonna be my, you know, one of my last fights, I don't care. Put me down for that one because I wanna go out there.
for sure, that's a great opportunity, especially with you fighting now in late August. That could line up
Hmm.
really good because I have heard some rumors that they are looking to go there next year. So
Oh, I
if that
hope
happens,
so. Yeah.
that'd be such a cool experience to be able to not only go there and visit, but like you said, you're into the samurai stuff. That'd be cool
Hmm.
to actually go there and fight, man. And I think
Yeah.
I think they would have such a good fans there, man. I
Oh
think
yeah,
they
super.
would be
I,
super passionate about it.
I follow Japan like about Japan. It's when the prime used to be out there.
Yes,
Yeah, all those events like the beginning ones. Like it's. I used to watch all when in Sakuraba used to modern all the Gracies. I was like, who the heck is that guy? Like
yeah,
who's killing all the jiu-jitsu guys. So I was really got into that. So I want to know about the country. I want about the food. All those place they have with those trees when the pink trees. the
Yes,
leaves, trees fall,
definitely.
like all that. Like, oh man, I'm really love to one day be able to go out there.
Cool, cool. And I think just another side note, I think China, the fight night that's there in a few weeks, I think it's sold out in like one or a minute or two. So
Oh my
they're
god.
like they want the UFC to come. Like they're like
Yeah.
you need to bring more events here. So
If I'm not wrong, they have an institute over there too for UFC, like for fighters too in China. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, they're doing
Yeah, I heard about that too. Like, so, oh, damn, that's a really good place. Yeah, now you have CPI, you have CPI, something like that. You have
yes.
CPI. Yeah, yeah.
Yep, you're
Mhm.
right. That does.
Yeah.
So, okay, man. Well, I hope that works out for you. I think it
Oh yeah.
do for sure. But
Mhm.
Diego, I just kind of want to ask you next. I can see the sticker behind you. We kind of talked about it a little bit earlier, but
Oh yeah.
you being a fighter, um, obviously, like I just want to ask you, like, how has your faith in God helped you throughout your career? I feel like if you are a Christian athlete, especially in the fight
Mhm.
world, I feel like that can bring you a lot of peace that others might not have in other sports. So I just want to ask you, how has the faith just kind of helped you throughout life and inside the cage as well?
I think the faith it made me be more focused. Be more confident to myself. Or something like we all fighters have a lot of issues to do sometimes. We don't we are normal human beings, not just because we go over a fight, but it make me believing more in myself, have a more believing into how be a better person, in all aspects. Because if you have someone uh to pray about it, to get to you, those little voice on in your head sometimes get you like to not be yourself. And that's what you need, like for me it was a big issues for me, because I did have those little voice telling me a bunch of stuff. And having that faith, praying, be able to have that reconciliation with God and Jesus was for me was a big motivation for be who I am today. If you was not having the faith on God and have that focus and and be able to have the peace on myself, I don't know what I could be today. Like maybe I was not gonna be never be a fighter, but that took me, you know, uh, it took me a lot to learn. But my faith in Jesus Christ and in God, it took me, to another level, especially in 5 weeks and times. I feel like I'm doing this, like why I'm doing this, and I have those voices on me, and I sit down, I drop on my knees and start praying. Now I know who I am, and I know why I'm doing this. So thank God to put this on me, and thank for be a man of faith, because if without without him I was not gonna be able to go through that. So it's something all the fighters have to have a faith. And I know there's just different religions in this world, and I respect them all. And I think like we all of us need to have a religion, be a great person, be a better person in the best way you can be on this planet. So I think it's something like all of us need to have it.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for sharing such a powerful message there. That was really well said by you. I
Thank you.
honestly, if I was talking, I probably couldn't have said it better than what you just did. That's just a question I always have to ask. I'm a Christian too. I'm wearing it on
Hmm.
the chain. I'm not gonna pull my shirt up. I have a tattoo though too for Romans
Yeah,
8:31. It says, "If God be for us, then who can be against us?"
that is it.
That's my favorite verse. I'm not gonna show the people that though. They don't want to see that shit. That was such a
That's
powerful message. I always
uh,
have to ask every fighter that does believe in God,
mhm,
how much their faith does mean to them. So thank you so much for sharing, what God
mhm.
means to you, how much faith helps you in and outside the octagon. So
Oh
thank
yeah, it's something like we are like the way I says we all need to have. If you want to be a great person in in a road. So I think that all religions, it bring that power, bring that strength, bring you mindset change. Toast to
you.
everything and toast to everyone too.
For sure, for sure. Well, thank
Mhm.
you once again for that. I really appreciate that. That was some
You're
great,
welcome.
great insight on that. But
Mhm.
Diego, I have gotten to my last segment. I recently just started doing this. It's called the final bell. Okay. I'm
Okay.
gonna ask you five questions. You have to answer this or that. Which one?
Okay.
Okay. So my
Okay.
first one is Texas or Brazil?
Texas.
Neymar or Ronaldinho?
Ronaldinho.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Uh,
Sneakers or slides?
Sneakers.
Yes, sir. Car or motorcycle?
Motorcycle.
Baseball teams here in Chicago. We got the Cubs or the White Sox.
White Sox. White
Okay,
Sox.
there we
Yeah.
go. I appreciate that. Those are some good answers right there. Appreciate participating.
Welcome, Max. Yeah.
But Diego, I have gotten to my final question. I ask every
Mhm.
single fighter this that has a fight coming up, especially with you. Such a big event next week. I'm so pumped. Never been to a
Mhm.
pay-per-view before. Now I can say I have a friend that's fighting next
Uh,
week as well. So it makes me excited.
Thank you.
But man, what's the last message you have to the fans to tune in next Saturday night to watch you get the win over King Green?
Oh, guys, I want to all watch the UFC 319 because this fight, this event is gonna have a great show, and I really gonna put this show for this fight. I know this fight is not gonna be boring for no one, and I expect all you guys tune in. Us.
Yes, sir. Well, thank you once again, Diego. I said at the top of the show, but I really appreciate you not only DMing me back and being so good at communicating, but willing to come on here 8 days before the fight now. Essentially, it's Thursday night, the time we're filming this. So thank you so much, man. I can't wait to watch you fight next week. We know you're going to get it done, man. And I really appreciate you, brother, for taking time out of your day to be on here. It's been a
No,
privilege.
thank you, Max. Appreciate for the open and having the opportunity to have me here, and I really appreciate it. And I hope to see you over there. And let's go. 8 more days. Let's get it.
Yes, sir. Diego Ferreira, everybody. You'll see him next week on the featured prelim against King Green. Make sure you tune in. Diego's going to get it done. We'll see you guys next time on Hawk Talk. Wish Diego luck. Give him a thumbs up in the chat. Hit the like button and subscribe to him. Follow him. We'll see you guys next week.